in Florida.
Like super, super hot. Like it's
Yeah.
triple digits. Yeah, it's like hot, hot. That's all
Yeah.
right. I've been hanging out at the pool.
Yeah. It was really hot here too in Austin. We still had just really, really intense humidity. It was like people couldn't breathe. They were like, it was just really gross, actually. We did
And
not, that was,
It
today,
is gross. It is
yeah.
gross.
did they change?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then today got better, so that was good. Well, okay, so we are 6 minutes after we are going to get started. I just wanted to check in and see how you guys were all doing at first. So how many of you guys were on the Empowerment Tuesday just now? Anybody? No? Okay, so I was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Hol and Holly DeMott went over the Spring Forward contest so that we could all just have like a more like bird's eye view of how to accomplish the winning the money, things like that. But good news for those of you guys who are following our team, we already have the summer promo, which goes right along with the Spring Forward. So we want to break that down as well tonight. But did you guys have any questions about the Spring Forward? I know that we're gonna probably answer them as we go through our summer promo, but just real quick, if there's anything like on your mind that they went
Yeah.
through that you were like, I did not quite understand that. Anything like
I'm just gonna say, Adrian, for a like a half hour presentation, Holly did wonderful, but
that?
like, um, my head was like almost hurting. Like
Yeah.
it was just a lot in a condensed, like, and she does a really good job at doing a condensed version of things,
Uh-huh.
um, but yeah, there was a lot to it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's another reason why I was like, hey, that was a really good idea that she was going through all of that. I think for a lot of people, they got excited and they felt it was helpful. But for other people, they may have been like, I need that broken down a little bit further, you know? So I'm happy to do that with you guys tonight. And you know what's so interesting to me is a lot of times when I do calls, I forget that not everybody really has gone through the compensation plan, like the actual plan themselves. So if that's something you haven't done yet, I highly encourage you, right? That's the challenge for tonight is to go and actually just read the rewards plan that sits on the app, your 3 app, or sits in the back office. Because I think you'll find if you just actually read through it, you'll find it's like super helpful. You're like, oh, okay, I do this, I get this. I do this, I get this. I go qualified brand ambassador, I get this, right? I bring on a retail customer, I get this. I bring on a preferred customer, I get this. And I like I gotta be honest with you, like in my first company, it took me like a long time to just like actually read it myself. I don't know if I'm just like super ADD or whatever. I think that I am, but I think I just thought, well, if I just stick to the basics, then I'll make it happen. And I still did. So I want you to know that like I still made it happen just by understanding the basics of that we were a binary comp plan. And then I needed to have one person enrolled on the left and one person enrolled on the right. Okay, sorry. And I needed to teach other people to do the same. So I want you guys to remember that. Okay, because like as we dive into like the summer contest, the summer promo, the very first thing that's on there is becoming a qualified brand ambassador. So do we all know what a qualified brand ambassador is? Yes. Okay. So it's when you have one brand ambassador who's ordered a minimum of 100 CV on the left and one brand ambassador who's ordered a minimum of 100 CV on the right. And so that would be that they come in with a minimum intro pack. And so it really is that simple. You can build $1 million business by building left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and duplicating that forward and teaching people to do the same. Now, what Holly's going through, can you turn the video off on that? What Holly is going through is, yeah, I see it. Is she talks a lot about tonight, just like how to get the PGV, personal group volume, how to get PSV, personal sales volume, all of that is really good. It's really good. And it's going to come by you doing the basics of becoming a brand ambassador, qualified brand ambassador, and building qualified brand ambassadors. So, because you know what, the thing is like, if you look at, okay, so this is something that like is like really near and dear to my heart because I know that like some people, like some of us think more of the linear income, which like, let's say we're used to having group volume requirements, right? So let's say you came from a company like Mary Kay or what's another direct selling?
all of them, all the companies
Yeah.
that have volume requirement, Nu Skin,
Nu
Amway,
Skin, Amway,
Herbalife, all
right?
of them.
So
Yeah.
you're used to this. You're used to hearing, if I sell 10 boxes of this, I get this, right? If I sell 10, boxes of whatever, right? Makeup, whatever, I get this. Okay, so some of us think more linearly, and then some of us are thinking more leveraged. So by building out QBAs, qualified brand ambassadors, like just letting that be the thing that you do, like within the first 24 to 48 hours, I always say to them, would you like to get a rebate? It depends on what pack they get in. I calculate that based off the product introductory bonuses, the PIBs. But I always say, do you have 2 friends that you could share these with? Because if you did, the company could send you back anywhere between $25 to $350. And they're like, oh, yes. And that helps get the ball rolling to start sharing the information right away so that they are getting that, I did this, I got this. Does that make sense? So like retail commissions and preferred customer commissions and PIBs, those are all what we call linear income. So if I were to talk to Jeff, and he's a real estate agent, I say, hey, Jeff, like, I'm so excited for you to become on board as a founding member, but really my goal is to help you also get your ROI. Do you have 2 other real estate friends that you think would be interested in this? Because if you had 2 of them come on board, you would make back $700. And he'd be like, oh, off my $2,800 product? Yes. Okay, so we need to start speaking more of that language to people, because that is a very specific language. It's a behavioral language, right? I do this, I get this. And so I think sometimes we forget to do that because we're like, yeah, if you just bring on 2 people, we're afraid to talk about how to build the business, or we're afraid to give too much too quickly. But what people always understand is money. So if you were to like, hey, you share this with 2 friends, Mari, and let's say they come on board with, even a premium pack or whatever, you're going to make a $100 rebate. Isn't that nice? Oh, yeah. Well, who'd you be willing to share this with? Could we get them on a quick Zoom? Right? So very, very basic, being able to tease that out. Do you guys know what like a teaser is? Like in traditional, okay. So like, this is like something that we used to do all the time, like in radiator sales. I'd be like, if you buy 10 boxes of this radiator, we'll give you 5 free on your next order. Like, it's just a teaser, right? Like, it doesn't mean they will do it, but I tease it out there every time I talk to somebody because it gets them excited. So I'm going off on kind of a tangent because I feel like our team could use a little bit more of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like where we need to tease out the business by talking about money. So if you don't talk about money, it's hard to make money. Just want to be very clear with you, right? Like, it's like, you know what? It's like Brené Brown was talking about today, whatever story you're repeating in your head. Do you guys like Brené Brown? That author? Okay, so I like Brené Brown because she says, if you put out there like, hey, I suck and I'm always going to suck and I never win or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's exactly what you get back. It's the story that you put out there. So if you guys are like, gosh, I'm not making money in this business, there's people making more money in other teams or in other companies or, whatever, like, know that what you're saying, what your word is your law. Your word is your law. So that's why I want to give you some verbiage so we can change the story about what your experience in 3 has been so far, or change the story for somebody else that you go talk to. So I'm excited because we have a push week. Like, this week is a push week. Like, I wanted to make sure that you had fun on your Memorial Day, but this truly is a push week. It's the last week before the contest ends for Tulum. And I know some of you guys are like, I don't know if I can make it. Look what Bayana did last week. Like, she literally called 2 people and earned Tulum. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know till you know. Be willing to get a yes, no, or a maybe so. But sometimes you need to tease that out there. If you have people sitting in your business, your organization, who haven't enrolled anybody yet, or they haven't become a qualified brand ambassador, you want to tease out there that they can earn income by sharing this with people. Right? So you could be like, hey, Becky, you've been sitting, in my 3 business for a while. I know you really like the products. I know you have no interest in doing the business, but would you be okay with sharing with a few people if the company were to pay you? Oh, well, yeah, but isn't that kind of doing the business? Yeah, but it's helping me out because I'm doing a contest right now and I need you to get 2 people for me, and the company will send you a rebate if they decide to order. But do you know anybody? Do you know anybody that you think might be interested in getting health results like you? Do you know anybody that might be interested in getting their products paid for as well? Right? Like, did you, and like, okay, Carla's not on here because she's packing for a trip to the Appalachian Mountains, but Carla, let me tell you a really great success story. Carla had reached out to a few people. She was going for Tulum. She got it, right? But she kept kind of giving this out to people. Well, then she was like, I'm just going to blast this everywhere. She put her links on social media. She had a group on Facebook that she was sharing her links with about what she was doing. So yesterday, George and I are looking at the volumes in the team, and all of a sudden it pops up that Carla cycled 14 times. I'm like, what the heck? Carla's so busy. She did like volleyball graduation. She's getting ready for a cheer club. She's packing for a 10-day trip to the Appalachian Mountains, and she held a huge Memorial Day party for 32 people. I was like, how did she get 14 cycles? So we went in there, and some person, Mr. whatever, Joe, whatever, stop it. Mr. Joe, whatever. I'm not going to share the last name. Okay. Mr. George had a whole panic if you didn't hear that just now.
Yeah,
Okay. Mr. Joe. Okay. Mr. Joe. And all of a sudden, Mr. Joe came on with a premium pack and enrolled 7 people in Hong Kong. And I was like, who is this? Like, we didn't know who it was. I'm like trying to call Carla, but I know she's busy. And I'm like sending her a text like, Carla, congratulations. Da, 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 da. Who is this guy? She called me back today. She's like, I have no idea who that is. I did not. I know that they found my website somewhere. I don't know who they are. Don't know how this happened. Like, I just consider myself really fortunate. So we sent him a welcome email. We said, when can we connect? You know, like that kind of thing. We haven't heard back yet. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, sometimes just doing the activity is doing the activity. You have no idea where the volume is going to come from. You have no idea where that next cycle is coming from. You have no idea who that next person is. You're just doing the do. You're reaching out, you're calling people, you're getting them excited. You're telling everybody what you're doing. Do you know how you commit yourself to a new goal? Well, you make a decision to go like, hey, I'm going to go to Tulum. Tulum or bust. I only have 7 days, whatever. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. You know what I mean? And then you tell everybody what you're doing. And that's what Carla did. She told everybody what she was doing. She promoted it on social media. She promoted it in the groups that she was a part of. She told everybody what she was doing. And all of a sudden, what happens? Not only did she earn the trip to Tulum a few weeks back, so ahead of schedule because she started sooner, but now this, like, where did this come from? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, somehow this came because of the activity that she had done 2 weeks ago. Some of you guys, you are diamonds in the rough. Seriously. You've put information out there. You don't know when it's coming. You don't know how it's coming. Just know that it's coming. Let's rewrite the story of I make money every single day. Money flows to me from multiple sources every single day, right? My 3 business cycles 14 times a week. You know, whatever that looks like for you. Start hallucinating this like new reality so that you can be a part of what's happening. So one of the things that I love about Brené too is she said that wait, hold on. I'm going to find it. But one of the things that she said here, hold on, is she said, let me look here. I thought that I saved it. I think I took a snap of it. Oh my gosh, what is Meta AI doing? I can't just do a regular search. Guys, AI is taking over the world. If you didn't realize that, I could not just do a normal search. Anyway, whatever. Okay. She's talking about manifestation. She's talking about hallucinating a new reality for yourself. She's talking about letting yesterday go, right? If yesterday wasn't your day, if last week wasn't your week, if last year wasn't your year, so what? So what? Start over, write a new story. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. Now I don't talk a lot about the Bible, but also I loved that. Do you guys follow, she's in Amy's group. Do you follow Gail Elliott? No, sorry. Wendy Serwanka. Okay. So she put this thing out there where she posted this really beautiful story, basically that, you know, it's not just about repentance. It's about rewriting a new story. It's about letting go of the past. It's about letting go of what you might perceive as past failures or things that had taken place in the past that you didn't feel were to your full advantage, right? She talked about that. Like it's the repentance process or something like that. Like, you could just go to the universe too and be like, okay, you know, like I'm rewriting my past. Like I'm rewriting a new story. I'm going to let that go and you can start over. And it's the same thing. So anyways, I just wanted to tease that out there. I didn't do a very good job of it because I was trying to remain super generic, but it's really good. If you get the point. Okay.
Yeah, if you're reading the book, 10X is better than 2X, that's one of the premises of the book is to reframe the past.
Yeah.
That book is amazing. Today, in the chapter I took so many notes. I had the feeling that I'm something idea that I have in my head, but anyway, we are going to hear more and more about that because you are going to, if you are reading book, you probably already realize what's stopping you.
Yeah. And I think too, the other thing too, like, okay, so one thing I want to share too is like, okay, let's say you earn tier 1 of Tulum. Okay, that doesn't pay for your flights, right? Okay, it doesn't, right? So how can you get your flights paid for? 2 founders packs, 3 founders packs, 4 founders packs. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, there's so many ways to go off the PIBs. How can I get my flights paid for? That's not even a thing. Like, just go for it. You will figure it out. Just be like, am I going to be sitting on a beach, sipping, you know, what am I looking? Pina coladas with the team, with my Tulum hat or not? Like, where do you want to be? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, just set the goal and go for it. And either way, even if you don't hit the Tulum trip this week, what did you do? You changed the face of your business due to the activity that you put in. I want to tell you, it's a win-win. It's not a lose-lose. A lose-lose is saying I'm going to stay where I'm at and I've decided not to work this week, right? A win-win is I'm going to go for it. I'm going to call as many people as possible on my list. I'm going to follow up with those who said no to me in the past, or maybe so, or, you know, I'll maybe when I get paid, you know, things like that. And I'm just going to go for it. So that's where we're at. So
well, one more thing that I want to add in the second part of the tier 2, you get $500 cash. That probably could help. Even that this is in the spring contest, that can help with the flight. If you go with the number 3, then you get $1,000 more. That's $1,500. And if you go to the 4, you get $1,000 more. That's $2,500. Totally. Now this is our contest. This is not part of the.
We are going to present this full screen. Hopefully, you guys, can you all see that? Okay, I'm going to double it up by tier. Okay. All right. So this is what we put out there for you. And this still stands. Some of this goes all the way up to August, you guys. So this still stands. It is worth the effort, my friends. Okay. So here's these are our summer promotions to piggyback off of the spring forward that Holly went over tonight. Okay. So we talked about QBA, new QBAs, become one or create them. Does that make sense? Become one or create them, or get back up to being qualified. Maybe you had somebody drop off and you're not qualified anymore. First things first, right? You can't run before you walk. So let's get you walking. Let's get you back to QBA. So become a new QBA for the first time with 1,000 PSV, 1 personal BA active on the left and 1 personal BA active on the right, and earn a $100 token from 3. Tier 2, you're going to generate 3,000 PSV. We all know what PSV is. It's personal sales volume. So that's what you order. It's what your team orders. It's all of that. Okay. Personal sales volume. So during the promotional period, become a new 3-star or generate 3,600 new PGV in a 4-week period and earn the private VIP dinner at Rise Up Convention, Salt Lake City. Plus, all tier 2 receive $300 tokens from 3 International. Okay. Dr. Bourdon, who many of you guys know on the scientific advisory board, she is not a 3-star yet. Yeah, she has lots of customers, but she's not a 3-star yet. So she's becoming qualified this week. She told me, okay, my goal is to become qualified this week. I'm going to become a 3-star super quick, and boom, I'm going to get these things. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And you can take, and she goes, I'm going to take that $300 token that I earn, and I'm going to offer it up to my customer base. Winning ideas, right? Winning ideas, reinvesting what's been gifted to you. So I like that idea. I wanted to throw that out there to you. Okay. The next thing is, what if you create 10 new active BAs? So 10 new active brand ambassadors. When you have 10 new brand ambassadors with 100 CV and the minimum purchase, join your Enroller Tree team and generate 5,000 new PGV group volume. So this is more than just what you're ordering or what your personals are ordering. It's what everybody's ordering. It's the entire group, your PGV, including whether you enrolled them or not. It's everything underneath you, regardless of depth, right? So that's personal group volume.
Yeah. It's something very important. This new PGV, not the one that you've been carrying over before the contest. It's new created after the contest.
But you'll be able to track that. You'll be able to calculate that during the contest period in your back office, like Holly showed you. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to generate that new, that 5,000 new PGV, no more than 30%, or in other words, 1,500 per person per Enroller Tree leg. during the promotional period, and you'll earn private VIP dinner at Rise Up Convention, plus a $50 Amazon gift card from us, and you'll receive a $500 cash bonus from 3 International. Now, who's getting Tulum paid for?
Mhm.
You are.
The trip.
Right? Who's getting Tulum paid for? Between the Spring Forward, our team, and the Tulum trip, you guys will have it covered. Absolutely, you'll have it covered. Okay, all right. Tulum and more. Qualify for Tulum by June 2nd. When is June 2nd? Next week. Okay, that's next week. So you really, essentially, you have a week and a half,
No,
right?
it's-
Today's the 28th. The second, oh, I'm sorry, the second is
it's
Sunday.
next week.
Yeah, so
This
it's
week,
like
Sunday.
this week is a push week. Like, just check your volume. Do me a favor right now while I'm chatting. Okay. If you're on your desktop, check the volume. If you're on your phone, check the volume on your desktop, right? And just check to see how close you are to Tulum. And then send me a private message and let me know. Okay. Just like, hey, this is how many points I need to tier 1, or this is how many points I need to tier 2. Like, I really meant that when I put that out in the group last week. I think some of you guys think, oh my gosh, they're so busy, they don't have time to help me. But if you're texting me and communicating with me, I promise I'm going to help you. Okay. So you're not bothering me. I want to know. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know how we can get you there. Right. So, okay, you earn Tulum during the promotional period, and you have, let's say you rank advanced to 3-star pro, or you generate 15,000 new PGV. This goes right along with the contest. Okay. During the promotional period, you'll receive a $1,000 cash bonus from 3 International. So that is amazing, right? Plus $100 from George and I. So there you are, $1,100. There's so many ways to be rewarded right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. And this one right here, I know it says Tulum ends, but if you continue the Spring Forward is still doesn't end till 6/23/24.
Correct.
So you could still get the cash even if you don't go to Tulum. Who wants an extra $1,000? Right? I do. So that's a way to go for that. Okay, 3-star elite and top builder. So you rank advanced to 3-star elite, or you generate 30,000 new PGV, no more than 30%, or in other words, 9,000 per person. Okay, during the promotional period, and you'll receive a $1,000 cash bonus from 3 again, International, a private VIP dinner from George and I, and $300 cash from George and I as well. So now you're 1,300 in, and you have till June 23rd to do that. So you could still earn the extra money. I mean, you could go on a trip. You could do something fun with your kids or your grandkids, right? That's good spending money right there. Okay. And then here we want to look at the 4-star luxury award. So some of you guys, the reason I shared that story about Carla is because you just never know. You just never know, right? What happens if you're qualified QBA and you hit the right person, or the right person comes into your organization and boom, blows out one of your legs? You'll be a 4-star before you even realize it. And some of us should manifest that. I'm manifesting a top leader. I'm manifesting the right person to blow out my right leg or my left leg or whatever that leg is for you, right? You know, right now, I can't wait. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a winning team that I'm working with that's working just as equally as intense as I am, right? All right, so you can't, yeah. So, okay, so rank advanced to 4-star, you'll win a VIP private dinner at Salt Lake Rise Up Convention, $500 spending cash. This is just for George and I, plus 2 nights at a luxurious Park City resort. So you have, and that will be happening right after. So you have till 8/11 to qualify for this. And I know it, for some of you guys, it might seem unrealistic. Like, I get it, but it's probably seems unrealistic based on your current activity. Just going to be honest. Okay.
Yeah, and
So-
several things, and what you are doing today and what you are not doing today, both.
Yes. Yes. So know that. And then once you just take ownership of that and you're like, okay, okay, graduation's over, whatever. I have 90 days, roughly, less than 90 days, a little bit, to rally. And I don't know who I'm going to find during that time. All I know is I'm going to do the work. I'm going to get 2 people per day to take a look at my business. What am I going to do? I'm going to get 2 people a day to look at a piece of material. What am I going to do? I'm going to get 2 people to take a look at the next recorded call. What am I going to do? I'm going to get 2 people to jump on a private one-on-one Zoom with George and Adrian. If we just focus, if you did 2 per day, 5 days a week, that's 10 people you didn't talk to last week. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want to break that down for you, because I don't think you realize how much money is available to you right now. And I just want you guys to not miss out. I want you to be like, oh my gosh, there's still time, because there is still time. Don't discount yourself yet just because of what happened last week or the week prior. It's like, who in your team could you get fired up and get going? Who in your team might know 7 people in Hong Kong that you didn't realize, right? Hispanic last name, everybody enrolled from Hong Kong. You don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? So like George and I we were like looking deep into that, like, this is what's so beautiful about this business. Because when it happens, it happens. When leverage comes, it comes. Okay. So you want to be in the flow of that. How do you get in the flow of that? You start telling yourself you already are, right? I attract amazing leaders to my 3 business every single day. I attract, who do you need to put down? Let's say you want to enroll 10 new people in your business, write down the attributes of the 10 people you're looking for.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Business builders, self-motivated, health-oriented, money-driven, right? Willing to do whatever it takes. Who are you looking for? And then you go embody those things. And I promise you, those people will come and they'll come fast.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
And something I'm going to say again, if you don't read the 10x is better than 2x, you're not going to know what is stopping you. One of the goals is to reach goals that you think that are impossible right now. And that doesn't mean to work harder, by the way. It's why you have to read that book. And again, those are, you are taking me, congratulations. And do the exercise. One of the problems, many times we read books and we go through them like they are. I have to share the screen again of the book.
Oh, you're doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's sharing. I was like, how does he do that? He's on his iPad. I'm like, well, he took over. Okay, go, George.
No,
go.
it's just because I want to make sure that we are in the same page. Because if you, oh, it's not coming?
There it is. No, it's right there. Yeah, good job.
Okay. We are going to keep what we are saying today. We've been saying it for a long time, but why many people have not been able to reach their goals? It's because there's something that is blocking them. And this book or audiobook, you can get the audiobook. As you see, the audiobook is also available, that we have it. It's in your library. But anyway, but it's very important because we cannot reach impossible goals with the same mindset that where we are right now. Because we are in a glass ceiling that we create ourselves, and we are within that limitation, that glass ceiling or comfort zone. We have to break to that comfort zone mentally, and to find out how we can go faster. If we do it only when we start putting goals that seems impossible. It's why the 4-star, it seems impossible, but it's not impossible. It's why it's so important that you connect with this book, because we can keep talking and saying, yeah, you connect at least 2 people a day or whatever. But if we are not on the same page, that's not going to happen. And that's so important. And again, I recommend to read the book. Somebody asked me just 2 weeks ago, I said, why don't you teach about the book? I said, no, you read the book yourself. Listen to the whole thing. And then we can talk about that when you are reading it. Because it's not the same. It's not the same. It's here in the book, you see Dr. Benjamin Harding and Dan Sullivan at the end of each chapter. He goes talking about what Dr. Benjamin Harding wrote, and it's amazing. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that little commercial.
Yeah, thank you. And I know, and like I do want to really stress this, because like I think the thing is, you're either walking through, and I'm just going to put it through 3. You're walking through 3, looking for evidence that you don't belong. Or you're walking through 3 knowing you belong, knowing that you're enough, knowing that you're already a 5-star, right? Knowing that you already know how to rally a team because you're following the systems that are in place. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel, right? Knowing you know how to put together a home party because you've seen it be done before, right? Knowing that imperfection is unrealistic, right? That perfection is unrealistic, that imperfect is realistic, okay? Being imperfect is the way to go, is doing it anyways. Well, I always say this all the time. Go out there, write a big list, contact everybody. I don't care what you say after a while. Make a mess. We'll help you clean it up. We really will. And that's the way I want you guys to think this week. I want you to go out there with the mentality of like, I already have everything I need. I don't need evidence that I belong. I know I belong. I know I belong on that stage as a 5-star, 6-star, 7-star. I know I belong on that stage as a Tulum earner. I know I belong on that stage as a 3-star pro or a 3-star elite. Wherever it is, whatever your goal is, you guys, you already own it. You already deserve to have it. Now you just got to go out and you have to find evidence that the right people are saying yes to you by doing the work. That's it. That's it. So this week, I want you guys to rally like you've never rallied before. I want you to be able to, on June 2nd, say, whether I made it to Tulum or not, I did the best that I could do. I did my absolute all, right? I would rather go out, you know, kicking and screaming towards a goal than like just waiting for somebody to like throw me in the water. You know what I mean? Like, you guys go out, like get it done, whatever that means for you this week. And if it means that you planted a lot of seeds and that you're going for the other Spring Forward contest goals and you decide that it's important to have money, that's good. That's a good thing, because guess what? Money is right up there with air. I'm just going to say, for a lot of people right now, I'm going to try not to get emotional. I was talking with a friend yesterday. She came over with her kids. We had a huge graduation party. Her son just graduated with us. She sat down and said, I forgot to tell you this because we were so busy, but I got laid off yesterday. I'm like, that was the morning you went in on Friday morning on the day of your son's graduation and found out that you got laid off. I had no idea. Like, my heart literally broke. Nobody lays me off. I have that luxury. Nobody lays me off, but I know the feeling. And it brought back a feeling of like unsafety, uncertainty. Like, I was worried for her. I was scared for her. Do you know what I'm saying? And I said, well, I guess it's time to build 3 a little bit bigger because she's already in 3. But I'm just saying, you guys, like, you just never know right now. Home sales are slowing. It's evidence. There is lots of evidence out there. Mortgages are slowing down. They're bringing back no money down mortgages because people can't afford to buy homes. They're not putting the money down. This is where we're at. If there was ever a good time to call your friend, it's this week. It benefits you both, right? You just don't know. So reach out with the intent to be loving. Reach out with the intent to be kind. Reach out with the intent to, yes, tell everybody what you're doing, because that's how you build a big net. You throw out a net. If they don't know what you're doing, they don't know how to help you. If you don't know what's going on in their life, how can you serve them? Right? So go back to your list, you guys, get fired up, get excited, and connect with people this week. And when you see the moments right, say, you know what, the reason I actually called you on top of this is to let you know that I'm going for these contests right now in my business. I would love to share this with you. If it's not for you, that's okay. Who do you know that it might be for? Right? Can we do that this week? I think so. I think so. If you could do that this week, raise your hand, right? Okay, for those of you guys who aren't on camera, I'm going to assume you're raising your hand with us, okay? All right, so listen, I want you guys to sleep tight tonight. I want you to get fired up. Tomorrow, I want you to just meditate or pray, whatever means the most to you. Tonight, who am I supposed to be talking to on Wednesday? Okay, and then whatever names pop into your head, that's who you're calling tomorrow. Not at what the time you think is convenient for them. You're just going to call when you feel prompted. And I promise you miracles are going to happen, right? Like Holly was saying, more meetings means more money, or what we prefer is more meetings means more miracles, but also sending more messages, right? Getting out there when you're talking and communicating, you're spreading a message of what you have, right? And that's really what this is about. All right, you guys, I love you. We are at 40 minutes to the hour. I cannot wait to see what happens this week. I know that the energy that George and I are putting out there is that you absolutely can 10x your goals, that 10x is better than 2x. Let go of 2x ideas. Okay, go big, go big, go big this week. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night. And we will see you on tomorrow's Wellness Wednesday. And we have Carrie McMahon doing Thursday's call again this week. Invite as many people as you can to Thursday. Okay, it's going to be really awesome. She always has the best testimonials, and she did a really great job last week. I loved it. So, or the week before. Mar, you did a really great job last week too. Thank you guys so much for all your support. This is truly one big team. And that is, you know, something that we're just so grateful for you guys. So, all right, let's go make it happen this week. We are free and available, and check the calendar and let's get going. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.